You don't have to leave.
Wait, are you on?
You don't have to leave.
Oh, no.
No, it's fine. I'll move it this way and you can eat. You don't take long to eat anyway. It's not like you eat for like 40 minutes. Hello. Good afternoon, fellow kids. How's everyone doing? How's everyone doing? Let's go. Beautiful Sunday coffee. Not being hours late feels good. Oh, that's great, Melina. I'm glad to hear that. Glad to see you early. What gives? I know, sorry, I'm late, as usual.
What gives?
Wait.
What gives?
Hey, I'm not missing the live, which is amazing. Oh, awesome. Good to see you. Yes, it's so nice, like, because you can go back and watch the lives, but it's definitely not the same as being able to like be in it in real time. What gives? Hey, Dawn. Hello. I know. Sorry, I was a little late. Although it's been worse. I've been more late before. Hold on. It's very beautiful out, you guys. Like, it's like a little hot, but it is actually also very beautiful out. Yay, this Melvin and Smeggy. Did you? Wait.
Did you?
Did you?
Did you?
I feel like so many people don't understand like the hilarious lore behind that clip and how embarrassing that woman was. But if you know, you know. If you know, you know. So get this, you guys. We're gonna make fun of this because in a surprise to quite literally no one, demonic Jared Kushner is having sexy private meetings with Hakeem Jeffries, who's going to be the leader of the House. That's who Democrats want to make the leader of the House. Which, by the way, I emailed Claire Valdez's team and asked to get her response and trying to like get to interview her to ask her about this. They still have not gotten back to me. So I might need you guys to help me get her attention on Twitter because she's not responding. So I might need to tweet at her and then have you guys help me amplify it so that she sees it. Because we need to know. The streets need to know what her position on Hakeem Jeffries is. And that it's got to be no. We're gonna do some makeup. We're gonna do some makeup. Yeah, I gotta put my nails on too. But I'm gonna do that later. Yeah, exactly. That's what we're gonna talk about. So Hakeem Jeffries is having sexy separate meetings with Jared Kushner. And but he's gonna be the leader. He's gonna be the leader of the House. The people that you should be talking about putting in prison. Okay. Also, again, I'd like to remind everybody that Jared Kushner is not an elected official. He's not an elected official. He's not even in an appointed government role. But hold on. Where did I put my coffee? And yet, what we have here is Jared Kushner. I'm going to pull up the article. Having sexy separate meetings with Hakeem Jeffries for what purpose? You're supposed to be an opposition party, not working with them, which is why it's actually particularly hilarious that one of these blue MAGA shills tried to do this you. No, I know, right? She blocked me a long time ago, whoever that is. So, but it's really funny because a lot of these blue MAGA accounts, one of them in particular last night before this came out, they try to do this this you by posting tweets of mine that I absolutely stand the fuck on, that were absolutely correct, that don't contradict anything I'm saying. Like, the whole point of the this you meme is that it contradicts something somebody's currently saying. Nothing I've said that they post as a gotcha this you contradicts anything that I'm saying now. So it doesn't even make sense, but it was hilarious because one of these Blue MAGA accounts was like, this you posting a video of me criticizing Hakeem Jeffries rightfully, like posting my W's. And it's like, this you. What do you mean? What do you mean? Like, you're posting my W's. Everything I said in that video was true and correct. And so what it was so funny about this article coming out today is that he was doing like apologia and propaganda for Hakeem Jeffries with the this you. And then today, of course, Melvin is crying to go outside as soon as my husband leaves. And then he's like, this you. And then it comes out today that Hakeem Jeffries is meeting privately with Jared Kushner to talk about how they can work together. It's like, I'm coming, Melvin. It's like, work together. You should be talking about prosecutions, ho. You should be talking about locking these bitches up. Jared Kushner is a fucking criminal, bro. Like, what do you mean? Come on. It's actually insane. And he's like, we're meeting. So you're going to meet with Jared Kushner, who is an unelected oligarch, corrupt fucking hack that is only where he is because he's a Nepo baby, criminal, lunatic Zionist extraordinaire, friends with Netanyahu, and then actually being like, and this is all happening, which is why it makes him posting that so much funnier, because he's posting this video of me criticizing Hakeem Jeffries, rightfully so and accurately. Is like, this you. Yeah, bitch. Yeah, bitch, it's me. Yeah, bitch, it's me. Being correct again. I was right. I was right. Everything I say is right. You'd be better off if you did what I said. Wait. Eggie. Okay, I don't know. Oh, oh, I get. What was that? He's so fucking cute, bro. My little ham. Oh, he's gonna go outside. He wants to go on the bed. Oh, Hammy. He's got the most expressive eyes. I love Hammy's eyes. They're just always like. So anyway, no, I'm gonna show you guys the tweet. It's just so funny. It's already so funny. It was already so funny, but it makes it even funnier in light of this New York Times article coming out today. I'm talking about the Blue MAGA shill, who's on Israel's payroll and DNC payroll. I'm talking about him. Him doing the this you and about Hakeem Jeffries, posting my W's, and then the very next day, an article comes out about Hakeem Jeffries secretly meeting with Jared Kushner. LOL. Talk about taking an L. But it was hilarious because, of course, like a hack, he's like, oh, only some people can reply to this. So, like, after he did that, this you tried to like do an own, but like not at all and not really. It was like so embarrassing. Then, oh, hey, Bodie. And then everybody, and then immediately puts on the only some can reply. Let me just show you guys. It's really funny. Everybody say, hey, Boney. Wait, where'd it go? Oh my gosh, did he delete it? Whoa! LOL. This post is unavailable. Yeah, it is. It is unavailable. That is fucking hilarious, bro. He deleted both of them. Oh my gosh, that's amazing. You guys, that's so amazing. Exactly. Embarrassing. No, you guys, you don't even know how funny this is. This is so funny because basically what happened was he tried to do a this you and then started posting a bunch of my very accurate videos criticizing Democrats. Criticize his attempt. He was trying to do the anti-black routine, like, oh, they're anti-black, because he was criticizing Angie Nixon, of course, because they're hacks and they don't care about black women when the black women are progressive. So he was criticizing Angie Nixon. So I was joking and retweeted it and said, what happened to supporting black women? And then he wrote, well, you didn't vote for Kamala Harris. This you. Yeah, it is. And I explained. So then I wrote, this you, back with a photo of Cori Bush. So then he tried to triple down with a this you by posting 3 consecutive videos of me criticizing Democrats, including Jasmine Crockett when she was running, Cory Booker and Hakeem Jeffries. And obviously the bad faith point he was trying to make or insinuate was that I was anti-black because I was criticizing black politicians, which of course is bad faith as fuck. I don't need to explain to anybody that my content constantly focuses on criticizing people in power and politicians. But again, that's what they want you to do. They want you to be on the defense and be like, oh my gosh, no, I didn't mean to. No, I'm not fucking sorry. I criticize politicians all the time. But did you highlight the politicians that I constantly criticize that are white? No, of course you didn't, because you're a hack. And that wasn't the point. And you were trying to put me on the defensive, but you can go fuck yourself, because I stand on everything I fucking said and it was true. And you know it was true, which is why, like a bitch, you deleted it. That's why. Like a bitch, you deleted it. Like the MAGA op, Zionist MAGA op that you are. So I love that. So what he deleted was the very accurate videos of me making fun of Hakeem Jeffries for being a hack. So that's what these tweets say. It was this one where I was talking about Hakeem Jeffries. Also, this is the guy, by the way, the hack. He should be wearing a MAGA hat in his profile picture, because all he does is repost attacks on the left and helping MAGA. See, I love this one, trying to be badass. He's like, this you defending the uncommitted movement, but notice how I can't respond. It says only some people can reply. What a little bitch. What a little bitch. And yes, I defended the uncommitted movement, and I'd fucking do it again. I still do it. So embarrassing. So first of all, what a little bitch that he says that and then turns his replies off so I can't respond. LOL. And then again, I need you guys to understand that this network of Blue MAGA on Twitter, they're all paid ops for the DNC and the Israeli lobby. And all they do is shit on the left to help the right. That's why it's all, let me defend black women, unless, of course, said black women are Angie Nixon, Cori Bush, or any other progressive leftist. Then I'll shit all over them and do the work of the right. That's who this clown is. So LOL that he said that and then wouldn't allow me to respond. And then also huge LOL that he deleted both my videos. Because again, the posts that I'm reposting here that he got rid of were my videos. They were my videos. He went and found my videos criticizing Hakeem Jeffries and Cory Booker and posted them there. And then I wrote, yeah, I was, and I was right. And I was correct. Every fucking thing I said in that video was accurate. I wonder why he deleted it. 2 reasons why he deleted it, I think. 1, people started ratioing him And we're like, actually, the video's accurate. Hakeem Jeffries does suck. And so he didn't like that. Then the other thing was this New York Times piece comes out today. So that's a little awkward. That's a little awkward. You're in there going, this you? Bastardizing the meme, showing a video, posting my W's of criticizing Hakeem Jeffries. And then the very next day, Hakeem Jeffries secretly meets with Jared Kushner. And now the video's gone. Huh. Interesting. It's almost like you knew how embarrassing this was, and that's why you deleted it. Oh man. It's so good. It's actually, the timing was perfect. And I can't even add this to the soundboard, but I love that one tweet from the embarrassing Brooklyn dad Defiant where he's like, kind of makes you wonder about timing. But like, it's just so funny, you guys. It's so funny. Like, it just cracks me up. The timing of it cracked me up because I was like, this is so funny. He really was trying look at you, this video of you accurately criticizing Hakeem Jeffries for accurately being a hack. And then it comes out he was privately meeting with Jared Kushner, which again, that's really why he deleted it. Because it's like, what do you mean? You're trying to post this as a gotcha, my accurate critiques and criticisms of people like Hakeem Jeffries who are actively helping Trump. Okay, so that was fun.
Oh my goodness, all the networks. Wow.
Yeah, so that was fun. LOL. No shame. These people are so fucking embarrassing. So fucking embarrassing. So what I'm going to do also, okay, so we can move on because that was fun. Now I want to get into the more serious substance of him actually meeting with him. Totally psychotic. Although I did already do a video on this clip. Squirrel wrote, New York Times headline, Jeffrey and Kushner privately meet as midterm attacks fly. Subheading, President Trump's son-in-law. Subheading, President Trump's son-in-law and the man in line to be the Speaker of the Democratic-led House discussed how Democrats in the administration could work together. Total Zionist hegemony. True.
You don't. You have no choice.
I love this clip, but I can't play it because last time I played it, they wouldn't let me. They wouldn't let me on Twitter. I mean, on YouTube. Play the clip because of copyright. But we've all seen this clip. It's amazing.
And yet Israel had to deal with the second intifada, and Israel prevailed. And then missiles were flying in December of 2008, and Israel prevailed. And then missiles were flying in November of 2012, and Israel prevailed. And so I'm confident that when it's all said and done, we're going to stand together. Israel today, Israel tomorrow, Israel forever. God bless you.
Insane. Totally insane. So I want to know why, again, why people are supporting him. It's really unserious. It's really, really unserious. Jeffries and Kushner met privately to discuss. Okay, we'll get into that in a second. First, I want to say shout out to my amazing mod, Boney. Everybody say shout out to Boney. Second, I want to say shout out to all my patrons and Ko-Fi members and YouTube subscribers and Twitch subscribers. I love you guys. Thank you so much. And also, if you want to support this stream, a great way to do so is to like and share the stream. Also, my super chat goal is set, and anybody who wants to help me reach the super chat goal, thank you in advance. I set goals, super chat goals every time for the stream because it helps me and it helps the stream. Please make sure to like and subscribe to the channel, to both channels, and to all my other platforms. Boney has thrown everything in the chat. Thank you for the super chat, Alpha. I appreciate it. Keep doing what you're doing in Free Palestine. True. And yeah, another great way to help the channel is not just to send super chats helping me reach the goal, but also to like the stream, share the stream, subscribe to all my channels, interact with the videos that I post. And I think that that's it. Becoming a member, becoming a patron or a Ko-Fi member to help support my work. I think that that's it. And of course, shout out to all you guys because you guys are amazing and I love you. I think that that's it. I think. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but. And if you are a member, we got Melvin and Eggy emojis. Let's use them. Let's use them. I love to see it. Love to see it. Why you? There is an Eggy emoji in Twitch. How I get. I was crying last night, you guys, because that video of the terrorist Israeli settlers dragging the donkey till it died, that was just so fucking horrific. Thank you, Martin. I appreciate that. Throwing that up there. Yes, that was what I forgot. Thank you, Martin. That is another great way to help if you want to support my content or my channel is just tipping me on Venmo or Cash App. I forgot about that. Thank you, Martin. Or becoming a monthly patron or a Ko-Fi member. That also helps. Yes. What are the regular times I stream? I stream every Thursday and Sunday at 2:30 Eastern time. I'm going to eventually do it more. I'm definitely eventually going to do it more. I'm not going to really be able to do it that as often until I get until I'm consistently making more money on YouTube to the point where I can do it more. Like I can't really afford to do it more than twice a week, maybe occasionally, but like when I get more subscribers, inshallah, getting more subscribers and eventually reaching my goal of 100K, which is what I'm trying to do, then I'll be able to stream more. But in the meantime, yes, Tuesdays or Thursdays and Sundays. I don't know why I keep saying Tuesdays. Yeah, so anyway. I need to make some more coffee. Yeah, of course. Definitely join when you can. Okay, so let's make fun of Hakeem Jeffries in this embarrassing meeting. And also, again, it's not even actually just about making fun of Hakeem Jeffries. It's also about the very seriousness of why are the Democrats supporting him? I literally don't care what the excuse is. There's literally actually no excuse. And again, they never give a reason. Have you guys noticed that? All of this Hakeem Jeffries, we're going to support him for speaker. Why? What's the affirmative case? What is the affirmative case? Has Hakeem Jeffries fought the Republicans tooth and nail? That's what Democrats say they want. No. No. Does he have an affirmative agenda for the party going forward for leadership? No. No, he doesn't. He doesn't even agree. He doesn't even believe in the policies that a lot of the people in the base believe in. He doesn't even support the policies that people in the base believe in, that regular, actually rank and file Democrats believe in. He doesn't support them. So what is the affirmative case for him? I've yet to see it explained. Okay. Of course, he was never for Medicare for all. Hey. Of course, he was never for Medicare for all. So again, I ask, what is the affirmative case? And I'm really trying to get my incoming congresswoman to answer that question. I've emailed her team. They haven't responded. So I'm going to start trying to get to her on Twitter. And if that doesn't work, then I'm going to make a video. So I'm going to try to see if she'll respond on Twitter. And I'll put the tweet so that people can help me amplify it so she sees it. And then I'm going to ask her if and why she's going to support Hakeem Jeffries, which she should not. Okay. Pramila Jayapal sucks too. She's weak as fuck. Do you guys remember how she acted during the Biden administration? It was pathetic. Nah, I'm not a leader. Not a leader. It's amazing how little actual leaders we have. Summer Lee for speaker. I could get behind that. Yeah. Talib, yeah. What's that? Yeah, I guess that's true. I really hope she runs for Senate against that ogre. That was so funny when in the Haley Stevens debate when he was like, I didn't call her an ogre, I was calling John Fetterman an ogre. Like, let's be clear. So, yeah, I forgot. I'm gonna put some makeup on. We're gonna have some more coffee. I'm gonna make some more coffee, fam. I hope you have your coffee. If it's daytime, I know some of yous are in different time zones. It's late, but hey, some people like drinking coffee at night. I'll sometimes drink decaf at night. Ro Khanna would be a better speaker. No, again, what is the affirmative case for Hakeem Jeffries besides the fact that he can raise a lot of money? Like, I ask. Hakeem Jeffries meeting with Jared Kushner. Why? Jared Kushner's not in the fucking government. He has no official government role. Why are you meeting with him? The unelected, unappointed, like Middle East emissary? Like the fuck? Let's go. Let's go. No, it's actually insane, you guys. So again, all of the progressives that are already pledging loyalty to Hakeem Jeffries, why? The question is why? What is the affirmative case for him? First of all, he's a radical fucking lunatic Zionist, so shame on you for wanting to support him and vote for him. But second of all, even if you put that aside, which you should not, but even if you were to put that aside, he's not even doing anything, and he doesn't hold any of the values you claim to. So I ask again, why? What is the case that you're making for him to be speaker? Why are you just handing it to him? He's not a good leader. He's not a good speaker. He doesn't believe, he's a radical Zionist. He's a corporate hack. He doesn't believe in anything you believe in. He's not opposed to Republicans meddling in Democratic primaries. He's not opposed to it. He's not opposed to them, AIPAC and other foreign lobbying groups and right-wing interests meddling in Democratic primaries. He's not opposed to it. Unfortunately, sir, that is not the case. I don't know if live streaming is different, but I make nothing on Rumble. Nothing. Look at this. Look at this. This is my all-time earnings on Rumble, and I've been posting for more than a year. You ready for this? Wait. Wait, it lost connection. Oh, there we go. Can you see this? This is all-time money that I've ever made from Rumble. And I have been posting on there for a year. So I think maybe if they're making decent money on there, it must be from live streaming. Yeah, it sucks. I don't know what I'm doing wrong. I don't know. Maybe I need to live stream more on Rumble. I don't know. Yes, if you're a patron, you can still watch the stream from wherever. Patron is just like basically like I just have it for people to support me if they want to support my work. It's like just basically a ongoing tip. Like kind of like what Kyle Kalinske does. Like he just like people still watch his YouTube on YouTube and stuff, but like he just has it set up if people want to like basically send monthly support. No, I totally get that. That's why I also love when people just hit me on Cash App or Venmo because I get to keep the whole thing. But I don't ever say like only tip me on Cash App or Venmo and don't use super chats because people sending super chats, even though YouTube takes 30% of it, which yeah, sucks, but like it helps the channel. That's why I like it. Because it helps the channel. It's not just about like getting the super chat or getting the money or YouTube taking the money. Like they calculate when people send super chats into like somebody's algorithm and their views and whether or not they use it also as a ranking source. That's why it's good to do. Anyway, though, back to making fun of Hakeem Jeffries and asking why the fuck people want to support him for speaker. Make it make sense. Make it make sense. It's the math isn't mathing. And again, none of them have been able to explain why they're supporting him. None of them. And people will go, oh, well, you know, Zoran said that he should be speaker. I don't give a fuck. Like, what? I'm supposed to agree or like co-sign or cheer everything that Zoran does? No. People literally will act like this is a fucking sports team or some shit. Like, no, obviously, I am a big supporter of Zoran. I think that overall as mayor, he's doing a great job. Like, people who live in New York, we feel the difference in the way that he is governing. And it's awesome. However, that doesn't mean that I agree with everything he's doing. I don't like that Jessica Tisch is still there. I'm upset that he still hasn't fired her ass. I don't agree. I was furious when he endorsed Hakeem Jeffries. Because first of all, it pissed me off so much because it was, in my opinion, such an unforced error when, like, silence was an option. Because Zoran Mamdani is the mayor. He's not going to be in the House. He didn't need to weigh in on that Hakeem Jeffries endorsement and lend his credibility to him. Because, again, he doesn't really have much to do with that. Hakeem Jeffries is in the House. Zoran Mamdani is in city government. Yes, there's going to be some crossover, but like he is not going to be the main person that he is dealing with. That is something for the people that are going to be in the House of Representatives are dealing with. So silence was an option. Yeah, I don't like it. I don't like it at all. And I criticized it at the time. I don't have to agree with everything. Yeah, I disagree with that. I don't give a fuck if he said that he should be the speaker. I don't agree. He should not be the speaker. He's corrupt. He is an AIPAC shill, a shill of the Israeli lobby, a shill of big tech, who God only knows what the fuck he was talking about with Jared Kushner. He doesn't believe in anything. He doesn't believe in any of the progressive stances that all of these left candidates ran on. And then on top of that, on top of all that, he's not even a good politician. He's a good fundraiser. That's how he advanced. But he's not a good politician. Tell me why. Why is he supposed to be the leader even if you take the leftist stuff out of it? What has he done to whip his caucus against Trump's agenda? Because that's what also Democrats say they want a lot. Democratic voters, they're like, fight Trump, stand up to Trump. What has he done to stand up to Trump? What has he done to stand up to Trump? Nothing. None of them have done anything to stand up to Trump. He doesn't even keep his caucus in line. He lets members of his caucus vote with the Trump administration. How many times do we see a story every 2 weeks, every month that says some psychotic draconian Republican bill got through because 5 members of the Democratic caucus helped them? Honestly, he could have said, if we're talking about what Zoran could have said, he could have said what politicians constantly say when they don't want to answer a question. Right now, I'm focused on New York City. It's the same question that he would use when people would harass him about Israel. He'd be like, I'm focused on New York City and the people of New York. That's all he had to say. Like, I'm focused on my local New York City executive governing in the city, and I'll let the people in the House of Representatives decide that. That's all he had to say. Oh, I know. That's crazy too. That is crazy too, that more people on the left aren't talking about that. They're working right now to like take away your freedom of speech, to take away freedom from the internet, to create all these insane, basically surveillance bills under the guise of protecting children. And like no one's talking about it. Yeah, so anyway, even despite the fact that Hakeem Jeffries is corrupt and doesn't believe in anything that any of the Democrats who ran to the left or on the DSA line say they believe in, but on top of everything else, he doesn't even keep his caucus in line. Like, again, how many times have we seen a story where it's like, oh, Marie Glusenkamp and Henry Cuellar and just a very convenient number of people helped the Republicans get this bill over the finish line because 6 of them or 5 of them or 4 of them or however many the Republicans needed helped them get the bill across the finish line. Isn't a leader supposed to keep your bitches in line? Why isn't Hakeem Jeffries keeping them bitches in line? So on top of him being fucking corrupt, not progressive at all, a Zionist fucking shill, and not being progressive in any sense of the policies, on top of all of that, he's not even politicking. He's not even keeping his caucus in line to oppose Trump's agenda, which again, I say, this is not just a left thing. Democratic voters, even the libs, even the more conservative lib Democratic voters, all of them agree that Trump's agenda should be opposed. All of them agree that Trump's agenda should be opposed at every turn. But has Hakeem Jeffries opposed the agenda at every turn? No, he has not. He has not opposed the agenda at every turn. At every turn, he's empowered the agenda or sat by and done nothing and let his caucus vote for them. They should be blocking everything they can. And he shouldn't be letting a single member of his vote with the Republicans. They should be blocking everything they can, using every fucking maneuver they can. And don't fucking pretend that we don't know they can't do that. The Freedom Caucus used to do it all the time with a smaller number of people. But do you see Hakeem Jeffries leveraging his power? Do you see Hakeem Jeffries leveraging his power to fight the Republicans, leveraging his caucus to fight the Republicans, keeping his caucus in line to make sure that they block the Republicans at every turn? Are you seeing that? No. No. So why is he going to be speaker again? I am so fucking serious when I say they don't deserve to win if this is going to be who they make speaker. This is a joke. And they're going to win. So anybody who wants to get upset about that, calm down. They're going to win. The Democrats are going to win, but it's not going to be because of anything they did. It's going to be because Republican turnout is depressed. A bunch of right-wingers are actually telling their own base and their own fans and supporters to vote for the Democrats as a way to punish the Republicans. And a lot of people are just staying home because they're upset. They're upset about what a disaster this is. So the Democrats are going to take the House. But it's not going to be because of anything they've done. It's strictly because the Republicans are so awful. And that, again, is the mistake that people always make on the left, that liberals make, that Democrats make. They always think that it's just enough to not beat Trump. They always think it's enough to just not beat Trump. You are making a mistake. You are making a mistake. If you just do this, oh, we can cruise. Oh, we can cruise. We're just going to do the we're not Trump. I am telling you right now. I am telling you right now this is going to backfire. It's going to backfire. And if DSA doesn't actually fucking fight the Democratic Party, the establishment of the party, then that's also going to depress turnout. Because I'm going to tell you that I didn't do all that work and all of that enthusiasm about supporting these DSA candidates so that they can all turn around and just endorse Hakeem Jeffries. All right, cool. Also, I'm not voting for Jon Ossoff. Like, that's no. No. I really stop trying to make him happen. Put up somebody else. I'm not voting for a Zionist. I don't know how many times I have to make that clear. I don't care how good they are clapping back at Trump. It's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. And they never, I feel like they just never look ahead, even 5 fucking seconds. Literally. They never look ahead for 5 fucking seconds. Why don't you ever think ahead? The Democrats, why? You never think ahead. You think this isn't going to backfire? You think that letting everybody down and just like allowing them to do nothing but more Trump bad is not going to backfire? Be serious. Like, it's actually absurd. Ooh, these look so good, don't they? They're rolls I got from Trader Joe's. I know I sound crazy. They're rolls I got from Trader Joe's, like all normal. Trader Joe's is literally like, and I actually spent more money than I would have liked to yesterday at Trader Joe's, but Trader Joe's seems to be apparently the only place that now you can afford. Nothing else is affordable. Can't get groceries anywhere except for Trader Joe's. It's the only place that still isn't astronomically expensive. Like even Walmart is getting out of control. Hey. I don't think I need to grind any more coffee beans. Do I? This is enough. This is my favorite coffee right now, you guys. This fair trade organic Bolivian blend coffee from Trader Joe's. It's like a medium dark. Notes of sweet caramel flavor. It's so good, bro. I'm like obsessed. Hey, Holly. Yeah, it's really, really good. I love having a coffee grinder too because I really do. It really does make a difference. Like, not to say I'm like too good for drip coffee. Like, I drink drip coffee too. Like, I have some coffee from Walmart in the thing that's already pre-ground, but there really is something about fresh ground coffee. First super chat of this, or second super chat of the stream, I should say, but first to the goal. Thank you so much for the super chat. Whoa, that's you, Boney. A great Sunday, and ended off watching Blakely with coffee and all of us figure out together how to. Thank you, Boney. Thank you for the super chat. And thank you so much to GRTX for the generous super chat. A very generous super chat. Thank you very much. And thank you, Boney, for the super chat. Yeah, you guys, it smells. There is something about freshly ground coffee. Ooh. Girl, where are the coffee sponsorship offers? See, this is why I need you guys to help me to get to 100K subscribers, because then I may be able to get a sponsorship. I maybe not be getting the big ones like, Shoe on Head gets, but at least at 100K, I may be able to get something. And I want a coffee sponsorship. I want a coffee sponsorship where somebody gives me money and free coffee. Like a good one, though. Like, obviously a good one. Like something like Pete's. Thank you, GT Rax. I appreciate that. Thank you. People were like, well, what would you want if you got offered a sponsorship? things I use. Like anything else, things I use. Like I would do a sponsorship for something like coffee because I'm obsessed, and that's literally, I drink coffee all day, every day. Dog supplies if it's good, because I have dogs. And like makeup or skincare, because I love those things too. We're going to put some makeup on. Speaking of makeup, do you guys know who Jeffree Star is? I had the displeasure of finding out who Jeffree Star is recently. And by like finding out, like I knew who he was like on the periphery, but like I didn't really know how much he sucked, you know? Yes. Yes. Let's go. Honestly, they probably like they have said they appreciate my posts, which by the way, those posts were not paid. Not paid. That was just free. That was just free promo for them that I did. Iraq War veteran coffee. What? What gives?
What gives?
uh All right, let's go back to this Hakeem Jeffries article and read it. Why did it close my... It closed my... He's literally not even in the government. Forget about not elected. He's actually technically not even in the government because he's really not appointed to anything. He wasn't appointed to a cabinet position and confirmed by the Senate. Like, what the fuck are we talking about? At least Marco Rubio, who is total trash. Marco Rubio is like a psychotic, old-fashioned, deranged neocon. He's like horrible. However, at least he was like actually confirmed. Unfortunately, and to the great shame of every senator, every single senator, including Bernie Sanders, voted to confirm Marco Rubio, which again, incredibly shameful. But with that being said, he was still confirmed. You know what I mean? He was still appointed and then confirmed. What? Jared Kushner never did any of that shit. It was promised to him 3,000 years ago, you guys. Yeah, it's amazing to me that these criminals just keep criminaling. Like, they're fucking criminals. We're being run by a mafia, not a government. Literally, though, going in and trying to take somebody's island for like your pet project? Like what? Going in and trying to buy a private island for your fucking pet project. And let's not forget that after Jared Kushner left the Trump administration in the first administration, he got like a $2 billion like Saudi contract or investment from the Saudis for that sovereign wealth fund or for his stupid ass, what was it? Investment firm. Jared Kushner Saudi deal. Jared Kushner's financial ties to Saudi Arabia center on the controversial $2 billion investment from the kingdom's public investment fund into his private equity firm. Such scam. Such scam. Like, this is just... Like, it's amazing how corrupt it is. Like, the corruption is so next level, you don't even know what to do. Like, insane levels of corruption. You want to talk about conflict of interest? Oh, and let's not forget, that Trump said when he was asked about these conflicts of interest when he was running again in 2024. He goes, oh, no, they're not going to be anywhere near the administration. Literally, though, Roland. Yeah, funneling state money into his bank account. Like, and you think they did that for free? Like, it's actually so fucking disgusting. It is so disgusting. And it's so enraging the way they just get away with it. The way they just get away with it. This is so corrupt. This is so corrupt. And then Trump is like, he's not going to be in the second administration. And then he is. He's not appointed. He's not confirmed. He's doing back deals around Gaza in the Iran war. This unelected fucking creep. This guy's such a creep. He's corrupt like his dad. And now he's having sexy private meetings with Hakeem Jeffries. Hakeem Jeffries should be going after him and talking about how they're going to investigate and prosecute them. That's what Hakeem Jeffries should be doing. But no, instead, you want to have sexy private meetings with him with tea and strumpets. Democratic leader Hakeem Jeffries and Jared Kushner, President Trump's son-in-law, met privately in recent weeks, according to two people familiar with the meeting. Jared and Kushner discussed an array of topics, including possible areas of common ground, the source said. Although Kushner does not have an official role in the government, yeah, we know, in the administration, he has remained deeply involved, especially on issues related to foreign policy, and continues to serve as an outside advisor to the president. Once again, how is this legal? This is insane that we allow this. This is insane that we allow this. And you know what? We're allowing it. Because Hakeem Jeffries should be going after him for that. Democrats should be going after him for this. Democrats should be saying this is fucking corrupt and we're going to go after them. Democrats should be saying this is corrupt as fuck. This is corrupt as fuck. And we're going to go after them for this. Democrats, including Chuck Schumer, including Hakeem Jeffries, including anybody that wants to run for president, should be saying this is corrupt as fuck and we're going to go after them. This is corrupt as fuck and we're going to go after them. But is he doing that? Is Jared Kushner doing that? No, of course not. Of course not. No, of course not. Is Hakeem Jeffries or Chuck Schumer saying they're going to go after Jared Kushner and investigate him? Are they going to go after him and investigate him as they should be? Because he doesn't have a role in the fucking government? No, of course not. He wants to sexy meet with him privately. Thank you so much for the super chat, B. Grackles. Aaron Good, American Exception Pod, literally has a PhD dissertation about how organized crime helped build the post-World War II security state. Interesting. Okay, speaking of that, if anybody finds a video that's breaking down the corruption in Trump's administration, please let me know. Thank you again for the super chat, Crackles. That is what I'm looking for. I really want to find like a deep dive and a breakdown of all the corruption that has happened from Trump and his administration in the second term, including but not limited to all of his pay-for-play pardons, all the criminals that he has pardoned, all the shady deals that his sons have done, the government contracts that his sons have gotten, and all the shady shit that Jared Kushner has been up to. There's got to be some resistance lib channel that has done that. There's got to be. There's got to be some Democratic, like, I don't know, David Pakman, Brian Tyler Cohen, none of them. No one's done it. Midas Touch? Has Midas Touch not done it? Nothing? Like, it's got to be somewhere. So if you hear that or if you see that anybody is doing that, make sure to tag me in it. Aside from apparently Hunter Biden, who said it to, what's his bucket? Boomer Mar. Oh my gosh. The Boomer Mar episode with Andrew Cuomo was fucking hilarious. They're so out of touch. It's incredible. It literally should be called Let Them Eat Cake. Oh my gosh, this blue MAGA account again is trying to do the this you again, but this time to Mehdi Hassam. So anyway, thinking it's a gotcha because Zohran Mamdani met with Trump, when it's like, hey, you know the difference is that Zohran Mamdani meeting with Trump is the fucking president. Jared Kushner, as we've been discussing, has no fucking role in the government officially. He's not appointed. He doesn't have an official position. He's the fucking Nepo baby corrupt son-in-law. Somebody needs to make it easier to make gifts and have those gifts be able to be on Twitter. Like more easily shareable. I've tried to make gifts before and you can't. And I don't know how to get them so that they're automatically on Twitter. Because I'm thinking of this GIF whenever I want to scream at these people. I would have to make it though because it doesn't exist. And now I'm getting distracted again. Yeah. You're out of storage. You're out of storage. Fuck you. I'm so tired of like Google and all these scams trying to rip us off with like, ripping us off with subscriptions. I'm so tired of it. Subscribe. Pay more fucking subscriptions for fucking shit that was already there. No. You guys, sorry, I don't want to get distracted, but this just popped up on my Google Photos. This was shaky as a baby. Why, you gray? Ew. I was already nail mogging, you guys. I'm nail maxing. Such boomer. I got the wrong one. Such boomer. But look at that. Look at my nail maxing there. It's a leaf. It's a fall leaf. This was eggy as a baby. This was 8 years ago. Allie, look at how smiling. Oh, my little baby. This is what I was looking for. I need to be able to turn this into a GIF. Jared Kushner is not in the government. Jeffries told ABC News in a statement, throughout this Congress, Republicans have adopted a my way or the highway approach to government that has failed the American people. To stop the madness, we have repeatedly made clear that the extremist approach will not work and must be met with forceful opposition. You're literally not opposing them. You're saying that you want to just appease them. That's actually what you're saying. You're appeasing them. Thanks so much for the super chat, Comrade Cranky. All shekels matter is why you are not making money. It's not Miss. I'm not binary. But thank you. I get the point. I get the point. I know. But that's why I have to get to 100K. That's why I have to get to 100K. I need to get somebody to offer me a sponsorship. But they hate me. They hate me. They're always, yeah. Okay, but I love though that he just says, like Hakeem Jeffries just says that he goes, Republicans have a my way or the highway approach, and that's not what we want, which is why we're gonna oppose it vehemently. No, you're not actually. What you're actually saying is you're gonna capitulate because you don't like their my way or the highway approach. So you think a better approach is to roll over. Is actually what you're saying. Let me remind you who we're dealing with here. This was him. I made a video about this on YouTube. I don't know if you guys saw it. Like I made like a shorter video. But here's the unelected hack Nepo baby being like, we're negotiating with Iran and things are getting better, but we have to do everything we can for Israel or else we're going to let them finish the job, which is like literally psychotic thing to say. But again, why are we letting this guy negotiate on our behalf when he doesn't have our best interests at heart? This guy literally used to let Netanyahu stay at his personal family home. You think this guy has our best interests at heart? Why is he being allowed to negotiate shit? Why is he being allowed to negotiate shit? And yes, I'm going to play my own video. I know that some people are like, it's so cringe when people play their own videos on stream. Sorry, got to do it. Got to do it. Because I got to go get my coffee anyway.
Some of the misunderstandings and misinformation that's been out about it as well. I mean, certain things like we're very committed to the fact that we have a plan to rebuild Gaza, but we will not allow Gaza to be rebuilt until the demilitarization occurs. Nobody wants to fight.
Okay, pause for a second. See, demilitarization is just a lie that this sack of shit says and that our sack of shit media repeats because this is not militarized. Gaza has no military. Gaza is an occupied cage. It's a prison. It's a concentration camp. What do you mean demilitarized? That implies there's a military, which there's not.
Money into a place that's gone on for so long until if it's just going to be taken over by terrorists or blown up again. We're also not going to restrict Israel's right to defend itself if there are any imminent threats. And so we have to clarify what that means. For Israel, we think this is a win-win situation because if Hamas actually gives over the weapons and the tunnels willingly over the next 60 to 90 days, that obviously would be the elimination of a huge security threat for Israel, almost an unthinkable achievement. And if they don't follow through now on their commitment, everyone will see that they're not genuine about peace. And then Israel will have a lot more support from the U.S. and others to go and finish the job in the appropriate way.
It's interesting that no one ever follows up with what finish the job means when this is Gaza. Finish what? There's literally nothing left of Gaza. This is what you monsters, you actual fucking demons from hell have done to Gaza. Finish the job is some of the most evil shit you would have heard out of the fucking Holocaust. And yet everyone just shrugs when this psycho who's not an elected official in the government says it. Did you guys know that his family is family friends with Netanyahu? That Netanyahu used to stay as a personal guest at their home? But sure, send him in to be the neutral negotiator. Please someone explain how they're going to continue to destroy Gaza when the place is already fucking leveled. You know, they're starting to move out some of the rubble along with some of the bodies buried under it, which is mighty convenient for somebody who maybe wants to hide the number of people that they killed. And you would think that the massacres would be over when you look at what they have done to this place, that it's literally a fucking mass graveyard. But no, You'd be wrong, because today they bombed a makeshift cafe, killing 6 that we know of, including a child, and injuring dozens. But Palestinians are so dehumanized that they can kill dozens of them in a day and it's not even reported. And before any MAGA mouth breathers come in to say, well, he doesn't need to be elected, he was appointed. He's not. He has no official role in the government. But also, this was Trump when talking about his potential involvement in a second administration. Now, I know that you guys don't care that Trump lies all the time because you guys are bootlickers. You can never choke down enough government boot from your daddy. But here's the thing about this. When the country totally collapses, I don't want to hear any of yous complain, because this is how countries collapse. When you see the country turning into a banana republic where this fucking demonic doll from someone's attic can go and conduct diplomacy, not just about Gaza, with Iran, you're going and meeting with Iran? Like, who the fuck asked you? No one elected this bitch. But if you're going to allow that, just like you've allowed anything else, when it gets to a point of no return in the collapse, you're going to have no one to blame but yourself because you let all this slide. And by the way, the same goes for Democrats and liberals and progressives. You guys allowing Democrats off the hook all the time, letting Hakeem Jeffries off the hook, letting Chuck Schumer off the hook, letting them sit around twiddling their thumbs, doing nothing and promising to do nothing. That's also contributing to it. So when Nick Fuentes or Tucker Carlson 2028 happens, I don't want to hear you complaining either. Because I'll also remind you that Trump himself said that he was surprised at the ease in which he's been able to destroy everything, because he actually thought there might be some resistance and pushback from the Democrats, and he was pleasantly surprised to find there wasn't.
I thought would be met with fury on the left, but they're sort of giving up. I must be honest with you. They've had it. They've had it with Trump. They've been after me for so many years now. Here we are. Here we are. Come to the White House anytime you'd like. No, they've given up.
And still isn't. The United States as an empire is collapsing and will collapse no matter what we do. However, the way it collapses and what happens on the way down does matter. And you guys are sitting there, whether that be MAGA or a lot of the libs, watching this thing bulldoze itself into a fucking pit of fire and just standing there thinking it's going to work itself out. True. Who is that person full of wisdom? Who is that guy? Who is that guy full of wisdom? Oh, it's me. It's me. Thank you, Milena. The Trump administration will continue to make it explicitly clear that the affordability crisis is not a hoax. Okay, we know. And nothing short of transformational policy change is acceptable. We are fighting for an affordable America. The question is whether Republicans will join us. It's actually not a question. We know the answer. See, this is what I mean also, that he sucks as a leader, because why are you playing dumb and saying it's a question? The question is whether or not Democrat or Republicans will join us. Notice the difference in the way that they operate, you guys. Republicans never go, oh, we're wondering if the Democrats will join us. No, the Republicans go, the Democrats are our enemy and we're going to defeat them. That's what they do. They go, the Republicans will go, the Democrats are horrible, their agenda is horrible, and we're going to do everything we can to block it and defeat them. Democrats go, like Hakeem Jeffries, we're going to fight for an affordable America, and we hope the Republicans join us. I didn't see it on your TikTok. That's because my TikTok is always being suppressed. They're always doing some fuck shit. They're always, doing shit like, I'll have a video go viral, and then right after the one goes viral, the next one I post will have like 1,000 views, and that's it. I'm like, that's sus. Oh, thank you, Boney. Upscroll needs to monetize. Upscroll needs to monetize. Upscroll is awesome. They're doing amazing work. They need to monetize so that people who are actually creating content on there can get paid. Thank you, Boney, for putting all this up. I think I tried to look at the Zateo one, but it's like paywalled. So I'm going to check out this one. I'll go to that in a second. I just want to point out that it's very interesting that when it comes to the Republicans have their agenda and they'll immediately steamroll everybody to get their corrupt agenda through. But then when it comes to Democrats, you always get this mealy mouth horse shit. This is what I mean when I say he's not a leader. What's the affirmative case for him? He should be being aggressive, saying we're going to go after the Republicans. We are going to fight for the American people. We're going to do everything we can to hold them accountable on day one. And instead we get the affordability crisis is not a hoax. Democrats are going to fight to make an affordable America. And we just hope we hope the Republicans join us. We hope the Republicans join us. Remember how I told you guys how they love hope? They love hoping. Whenever asked about how to hold the Republicans accountable, they're always hoping. Republicans do the right thing. They love hoping. Yeah, the hope cope. Hoping and coping. The hope cope. Yeah. It's just amazing. It's amazing. Again, this is such a perfect example of why he should not be the leader. A perfect example of why he should not be the leader. Because again, even if you put aside his corruption, even if you put aside his AIPAC ties, and if you put aside his corruption to the healthcare lobby and his opposition to all the progressive policies, even if you put all of that aside, which again, you shouldn't, he's not even good at fighting the Republicans. He's not even good at fighting the Republicans. He immediately is like, how can I roll over for you? We're going to fight for the American people. And while we fight for the American people, we're going to make sure to keep it vague. Don't want to tell you we're actually going to do anything specific for you. No. We're not going to tell you that we're going to do anything specific for you. Nothing specific for you. We got to keep it really vague. But then I'm also going to roll over because I love how he goes, fighting to make America more affordable. How? How are you going to fight to make America more affordable? Doing what? How? What? So you've got that. You've got that. And then you have Hakeem Jeffries saying, we're going to fight for a more affordable America that we're not going to specify. We're not going to specify exactly what we're doing or how we're going to help the American people or what we're going to do for the American people. We're not going to specify any of that. We're just going to say that we're going to fight for the American people in a very vague way, and then we're going to hope that they work with us. We're going to fight for the American people in an incredibly vague way, and then here's hoping that they eventually work with us. I can't. This is your leader, Democrats. This is your leader. And this is what I mean when I say they don't deserve to win the House if this is going to be the bullshit they're putting up. Because I'm telling you again right now, if this is what we have on offer, the Republicans are going to win in 28. If this is all you have on offer, the Republicans are going to win again in 28. The timing of the talks is striking. The midterms are less than 75 days away. Republicans are facing headwinds in recent polls, which again is infuriating because what's going to happen is they're going to take that as a sign that they don't need to do anything further, Democrats. Because like I said, Democrats will win the House. It is all but sure they are going to win the House. First of all, the headwinds are not against them because people who are out of power generally pattern-wise win the midterms. That's been like that for years. But then on top of everything else, the Republicans' agenda is incredibly unpopular. It's incredibly unpopular. So yes, the Republicans are going to lose the House for that reason, because everything that the Republicans are doing right now and what Trump is doing right now is incredibly unpopular. So yes, the Democrats will win the House, but they take that as an affirmative. Like, oh, that's how they're going to read it. The Democrats are going to read their win as, oh, we don't need to do anything. Look, we won the House. We don't need to do anything. Trump bad is enough. Republicans bad is enough. It's totally fine for us to just run on Trump bad, Republican bad, and that is enough. Look, we won the midterms. The problem with that is it's not going to be enough because people are going to continue to suffer, and the American people have a short fucking memory. Why we have such a short memory, I do not know. Maybe it's all the lead in the water. Maybe it's all the glyphosate. But Americans have a short fucking memory. So you'd be amazed at how quickly we forget. Look at how quickly we forgot about Trump. Trump was a disaster, and yet he got elected again. Americans have a short fucking memory. So yeah, right now we're upset. You think that they can't turn that around and win in 28? They can. They can. And Democrats are helping them with this. You think that they can't turn around and win in 28? No, they can turn around and win in 28. And the Democratic Party with shit and with leaders like this, they've got plenty of help. They can absolutely turn this around. They can absolutely turn this around and win again in 28. They can absolutely turn this around and win in 28. And with leaders like this, they have all the help they need. Fuck is my mascara, bro? I'm missing my, like, chill mascara. Like, I have, like, a heavier mascara, which is the Too Faced Better Than Sex, which, spoiler alert, it's not better than sex. It's actually quite lame. Better than sex. Sex with who? But then on top of that, it dried out really quickly. It dried out really quickly. Like Ben Shapiro's wife. The timing, the midterms are less than 75 days away. Republicans are facing headwind in recent polls. Democrats feel cautiously optimistic about their chances of taking the House, and Jeffries would be in line to be the next speaker. Once again, why? Notice how, again, there's not even an affirmative case from anybody. They're just saying he's next in line. Not Hakeem Jeffries is going to do a great job as speaker and he's a great leader. It's just he's next in line. Hey, thanks for the super chat, Anwar. I appreciate it. And hey to you too. Happy Sunday. Hope you got your coffee. Hope you got your coffee. Yes, we're doing Sunday coffee, fam. Appreciate the super chat. Yeah, this mascara is really not great. And it would be one thing if it was cheap. It's not cheap. I don't even remember how much I paid for it, but it was expensive. I got it from Sephora, which, by the way, boycott Sephora. We're boycotting Sephora now. Because Sephora is shamefully and disgustingly opening up a store in the Israeli apartheid regime. Totally degenerate, like... And yeah, it's a shame. Sometimes you have to boycott things you like. Yeah, I like Sephora. I've shopped at Sephora for years, by the way. I have a Sephora credit card. Like the points, like you get points if you're like on the Sephora credit card and you can get like a birthday gift, like a free makeup thing or skincare thing. I've been doing that for years. I've got my makeup done at Sephora. So yeah, I love Sephora, but fuck you. Actually, fuck you, Sephora. Fuck you. Not a fuck you, what do you need or nothing. You really had to open up a store? You know how much money I've spent at Sephora? And I'm poor. Let's not even talk about how much women on a general daily basis and men, because all the girls and the gays and the theys go to Sephora, okay? how much money people spend there, and you greedy fucks decided that you're going to open up one of your stores in an apartheid regime? Nah, fuck you. Boycott Sephora. I hope they lose billions. I hope they lose trillions. And like I said, it's a shame. I like Sephora, but if you're going to be genocidal psychopaths that are such greedy fucks that you can't even not open a, like, the bar is actually on the floor. The bar is actually on the floor. All you had to do was not open a store in a country actively committing genocide and apartheid. That was all you had to do. The bar was so low and you couldn't even do that. So, boycott Sephora unless and until they close that store or decide not to open it. And I hope they lose a lot. I hope they lose so much money that it wasn't worth it for them, and that they regret it. Yeah. And speaking of fuck places that pretend to actually like care about human rights and stuff, and then will open fucking stores in the apartheid regime or not say anything about the Gaza genocide. The Gaza genocide just ripped the mask off of everything. Oh, I didn't even finish this. Sorry, guys. ADHD. Jeffries and Kushner worked together during the first Trump administration on criminal justice and prison reform. Oh, so they're friends. They're friends. Of course, that's what I'm saying. You don't have to not like a place in order to know you need to boycott it. I love going to Sephora, but you got to do what you got to do. And they're really taking it to the next level of ghoul. Actually. Like, really? You had to open a store in an apartheid regime committing genocide when you didn't have one there before? The bar really was on the floor. And yet, for some reason, you guys decided not to clear it. You decided actually to make it worse. Like, it's actually crazy. But I hope that people actually will boycott it, because they need to see how unacceptable this is. Thanks for the silver star, Iram. And speaking of Gaza ripping the mask off of all these phonies, and then we'll get back to the article, sorry. The animal rights activist groups, genuinely fuck you too. I don't know if you guys saw the video I made, so I won't go into it like completely already, that I posted about PETA, but genuinely fuck PETA and fuck ASPCA and all of these so-called animal rights activist groups that pretend to care about animal rights and then has completely ignored the animals of Palestine, whether that be in Gaza or the occupied West Bank, as terrorist Israeli settlers continue to torture animals there. Terrorist settlers continue to torture animals in the occupied West Bank, like actively torture them. They tortured a donkey by dragging it until it was dead. Just absolutely horrific terrorism against animals. And beating goats and sheep to death. Like, it's disgusting. So, you know, and like I said, it just tears the mask off the whole thing. These people pretend to care about these things. Gaza has ripped the mask off of so-called civilized society. You know what I mean? Like, Gaza has ripped the mask off of all these so-called civilized society organizations, whether that be, or what else would you call them? Not just civilized society organizations, but like advocacy groups, human rights groups, the international world order, international law. They have literally ripped the mask off of all of it, because we found over the last couple of years, there is no international law. There is no universal human rights. There is no real human rights organizations. There is no court of justice. There is no animal rights groups, real animal rights groups that are willing to go and help animals across the world, because where the fuck are you? You were all there for Ukraine, but then you're not there for Gaza and for Palestine. Mask ripped off. The journalism committee to protect journalism, totally mask ripped off. They pretended to care about protecting journalists, but then haven't given a single fuck about the journalists in Gaza. Actually, worse than not giving a fuck about the journalists in Gaza, they literally changed their standards so that they wouldn't have to count Gaza journalists. Mask ripped off. If any of you have the opportunity to like talk shit to PETA, talk shit to PETA and to the ASPCA. Anytime you see these people, and what prompted me to do it was not just seeing that precious little donkey get tortured like that, just totally reprehensible scum terrorist doing that to that poor little donkey. It was also seeing PETA trying to like profit off of Hayden Panettiere's death by fundraising and claiming like, oh, remember Hayden Panettiere worked for us. She was an ambassador for us. She really cared about dolphins. Donate to us. Like using her death to fundraise. And I'm just like, you're disgusting. You bitches have nothing to say about Gaza. And by the way, ASPCA too, because I talked to somebody who was organizing for, and if you want to help, tell your family and friends to support, if you are somebody who likes to support like animal rights. Hold on, let me go to their Instagram so you guys can follow them and support them, or tell your friends and family to support them when we're talking about animal rights. Where's search, bro? Animal WAG, Animal Healthcare Workers Against Genocide, AWAG or AWAG. They are a great organization, and they're actually like their link tree has everything in it. And they're doing amazing work. And one of the people that I met that had volunteered with them told me that, sorry, I just realized it wasn't up. One of the people I talked to told me that she used to work, one of the volunteers, with the ASPCA and had worked with them for years, and that the ASPCA people told her that they were explicitly not getting involved in Gaza because they didn't want to like be political. Disgusting. Absolutely disgusting. Deplorable. So they should be called out at every turn. They should be called out at every turn. Yeah, so definitely follow them. Also follow the angels over at Sulala Animal Rescue because they're amazing. They are amazing. Hey, if you already don't. They're incredible. And they're the organization that had one of their lead veterinarians assassinated. But they do excellent work. So follow them too on Instagram. He's amazing. Saeed, they're just incredible. I'll come back to this later though, because I am not in the mood to cry. And every time I'm on Sulala Animal Rescue's page, I like cry. So I can't cry right now. I just did my makeup. So I'll have to come back to that later. But you should definitely follow them. I was literally crying so hard last night when I saw that video of the little sad donkey. It was so sad. It was so awful. Like, how evil do you have to be to want to do that to a helpless animal? It's just like so evil. Jeffries and Kushner. Oh, I already read that part. So they're friends. House Speaker Mike Johnson on Sunday addressed the reports that Jeffries met in New York with Kushner, telling Fox News, I heard about it for the first time this morning. I know Jared, he's a smart guy. What do you mean? No, he's not. He's a fucking idiot Nepo baby. I'm sorry, you being a Nepo baby and a crook doesn't make you smart. Yeah, anybody can call themselves smart if they're a Nepo baby who also were born into wealth and get wealthy deals because of the proximity to power. His dad like paid for him to get into Harvard. Like he would have never just gotten into Harvard on his own merit. His dad like donated like a fucking building or some shit. I heard about it the first time this morning. I'm telling you what, you better not bet against the House Republicans. I've been all around the country the last several weeks. This is going to come down to a race of about 19 streets. I'm telling you, our base is going to turn out and we're going to hold the House Republican lead. Yeah, right. That's a lot of cope. He's afraid he's going to lose. Donald Trump has railed against Jeffries, calling him a thug and low IQ person. Jeffries has gone on the attack to Trump, calling him a wannabe thug. Yeah, that is kind of rich for him, calling him a thug, considering that Trump is actually a thug. Trump has struck a different tone. Oh, more recently, Trump has struck a different tone in an interview this month with Punchbowl News. Trump called Jeffries a nice guy, saying we had a good meeting. That's the thing about Trump, is that he literally will change his mind that quickly. Like, you can have one good meeting with you and he'll be like, you know, I like you. He doesn't actually like mean half of what he says. We had a good meeting. Trump and Jeffries, which means that Jeffries was probably capitulating to everything he said, is probably what happened. Trump and Jeffries had their first and only official face-to-face meeting in the Oval Office on September 29th, 2025 to discuss the government funding. Which, again, when you see Blue MAGA defending, like that Blue MAGA guy was showing you guys earlier, defending Hakeem Jeffries meeting with Jared Kushner, and they're trying to do the, oh, well, that's not fair because what's his name? Zohran Mamdani met with Trump. It's like, no, actually, no one criticized Hakeem Jeffries for meeting with Trump. Yeah, because we understand that Trump is the president and that there is direct communication that needs to happen between the president and the House and the Senate and the mayor. No one criticized him for that. We're criticizing him for this because why the fuck do you need to talk to Jared Kushner? There's no reason for it other than sussery. There's no non-hack reason to meet with him. New York Times was the first to report the meeting. Okay. Endless hackery. Which, again, to bring it full circle back to the beginning of the stream when I said it's actually hilarious that guy tried to do the this you. And then less than 24 hours, this reporting comes out about Hakeem Jeffries privately meeting with Jared Kushner. No, it's amazing. It's amazing. It's amazing. Yeah, I just want everybody to be aware of what's coming, okay? Because I saw this tweet from Squirrel. I saw this tweet from Squirrel last night, and I was like low-key depressed because I was like, this is right. This is right. Squirrel is right. And unless we actually fight the Democratic Party, this is what is going to end up happening if we don't oppose them and oppose this status quo. Hold on. What reckoning? I love this. Hakeem Jeffries, the economy is a mess. Republican extremists have failed the American people. And that's why I'm meeting with Jared Kushner privately. And now they're in a full-blown panic about the reckoning that's coming. What reckoning? You're not promising anything. Like, this doesn't even make sense. He'll say things like this. It's like, you're not even promising anything about the reckoning that's coming. What reckoning? What reckoning? More private meetings with Jared Kushner? Are we going to get more private meetings with Jared Kushner? They're not even pretending they're going to do anything. The Republicans are really scared of the reckoning that's coming, like me letting my members vote with them. The Republicans are going to be so scared about the reckoning that's coming, like me privately meeting with top Republicans and people like Jared Kushner who aren't even in the administration. The Republicans are going to get so scared of the reckoning that's coming, like, for instance, me not doing anything to hold them accountable, no investigations, no promises of criminal investigations, no impeachment, no health care, no rejecting the Israeli lobby money or fighting against the genocide that is still happening. No fighting for the American people for a living wage. So what exactly is this reckoning? Exactly. Is the reckoning in the room with us now? Or do they mean the song? Does he mean the song, The Reckoning? That's what's coming? There is no reckoning coming. He can't even name it. He can't even name it. Genuinely, what reckoning? Has anybody bothered to ask? That's what's also making me feel fucking crazy, bro. That's what's making me feel insane. No one even asks. What are you planning on doing? You notice how whenever they're interviewed, the hacks interview them on the Sunday shows, they never ask, what are you planning on doing to Hakeem Jeffries or Chuck Schumer or any of them? They never say, what are you planning on doing? They'll grill the fuck out of somebody like Angie Nixon. Did you guys see that fucking Karen interview with Casey Hunt, where she's going full Karen on Angie Nixon, being like, what about this? What about this? She won't let her get a word in edgewise. What about this? What about this? It's like, when do you ever have that energy for Hakeem Jeffries? Why don't you ever follow up? Why don't you ask Hakeem Jeffries questions like that? Why don't you ask Hakeem Jeffries what he means when he says there's a reckoning coming? What? Why don't you ask Hakeem Jeffries what his agenda is? Because they love to ask the other progressives, are you going to support Hakeem Jeffries? 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 What? For what? What? Why don't you ask him what he's planning on doing? Why don't you ask Hakeem Jeffries what he's planning on doing? Don't you guys think that's weird? I don't even remember what I came in here to show you. Does anybody remember what I said I was coming here to play? I was going to play something, but then I got distracted. My ADHD brought me to this tweet. Yeah, it's really funny how I see somebody said he never gets asked to condemn John Fetterman, and you're right. And it just shows you how pro-Republican all of these people are. That's why it's such a joke when they talk about some liberal media, Lamau. No, it's always like, do you condemn Hassan Piker? Do you condemn, the radicals in your base, whatever? No one's ever like, hey, do you condemn John Fetterman, who basically is a full right-winger? How come no one's ever like, is there room for John Fetterman in the party? The right-wing radical Zionist? Is there room for him? They love to go, Is there room for DSA? But they don't go, is there room for the radical, psychotic, genocidal Zionist John Fetterman who does nothing but go on right-wing media to trash other Democrats? He literally does nothing but go on right-wing media to shit on Democrats and the left. How come no one's ever like, is there room for him? And it's because the media is not liberal. The media are establishment fucking Zionist paid shills. Because once again, why is Angie Nixon getting a third-degree grilling from Casey Hunt, but no one ever bothers to ask Hakeem Jeffries, what do you mean when you say that the Republicans are going to be held accountable? What do you mean when you say their day of reckoning is going to come? What's your agenda? Everybody wants to ask people, are you going to vote for Hakeem Jeffries? But none of them ask Hakeem Jeffries what his agenda is. No one thinks that's weird. No one thinks that's weird that people keep saying, are you going to support Hakeem Jeffries? Are you going to support Hakeem Jeffries? But nobody says to Hakeem Jeffries, what's your agenda? Yeah, I don't even remember what it was. I got distracted by that. I was going to look something up. Everything is always framed in the most right-wing way. Everything, the way they frame it, is right-wing. That's why I literally can't handle the liberal media. And the liberal media, it's like, it's really not liberal at all. It's always right-wing framing. No. I was talking about something and I was like, oh, I'm going to show you guys. And I like went on Twitter. But then once I went on Twitter, I got distracted by the Hakeem Jeffries thing, since that's mostly what we've been talking about. And then I forgot what I was going to show you. Oh, yeah, I forgot. I was on Wally Rashid's show a couple days ago. On Friday I was, if you guys want to check that out. Yeah, the thing was, though, too, is that at one point Wally's like, yeah, we were talking for about a half an hour, but I realized I hadn't gone live. I'm like, it was not a half an hour. It was an hour, a full hour. We were having a really good conversation, but he hadn't hit live yet. Like, go live. So we talked for a good hour before we actually started the stream because he didn't hit live. There are no Trump supporters in here. You're in the wrong chat, sir. You're in the wrong chat. No one supports Trump here. But even look at this right-wing framing, you guys. This is what I mean. Even the so-called base free speech Elon Musk, like Twitter, which Twitter is even less censored than most apps, but it's still censored and they still do propaganda for Israel constantly. Like, it's still very Zio coded and very Zionist skewed. And like, look at this right-wing framing. Angie Nixon faces backlash after Democratic primary upset. No, she's not. No, she's not. And who should be facing backlash is Casey Hunt. That was an insane interview she did. Online divide emerges over Charlie Kirk's rhetoric. It's like, no, what that meltdown was actually about was a more right-wing framing when they say Detroit Black voters voice frustration with Democrats, as opposed to talking about how a bunch of Zionist Jewish Democrats said that they're going to vote for Mike Rogers, the right-wing fascist. But that's not trending. And then what's also not trending is all the right wing is melting down and crying and being snowflakes about it was Hassan Piker was doing the We Are Charlie Kirk song, like he was karaokeing it, and they're all melting down and crying. It's like, aren't you the same people, first of all, that said comedy was legal again? I thought comedy was legal again. Weren't you also the same people that for years made fun of the left and said the left had no sense of humor and were snowflakes? Wasn't that you? And then also, I really don't want to see pearl clutching from people who laughed and made fun of George Floyd, mocked George Floyd's murder, and laughed and mocked Alex Peretti and Renee Good after they were killed by the state. Like, what's his name? I saw Jack Posobiec, that insane fucking right-wing op hack. I saw him crying about it. And it's like, you made fun of George Floyd's murder. Somebody even reposted and was like, yeah, this is what you did. Same thing with, like, I saw Nick Fuentes crying about it, pearl clutching about Hassan Piker doing that. I'm like, weren't you the one who got on, like, your stream and somebody clipped it and put it on Twitter of you literally cheering and laughing and saying it was, you didn't care about the state executing Renee Good and Alex Peretti? Calling them self-hating white people, calling her a stupid bitch. That you? Wasn't that you? But you want to cry about Hassan Piker doing karaoke to the We Are Charlie Kirk song. They're so full of shit. They're so full of shit. They're just so full of shit. It's unbelievable, bro. It's unreal. Anyway, though, I'm going to wrap this up in a minute. Was there anything else? Was there anything else? I feel like there was something else. I probably am going to make a video to that Casey Hunt interview because it was just so crazy. I just haven't had a chance to yet. I haven't had a chance to make it yet, but I think I am going to make a video about that. So make sure you're following along. Thanks for the jewels. Thank you for the hiding. Yeah, no, things are crazy, fam. Things are crazy. Yes, if you are not already following me on all the other platforms, including Upscrolled, please do. Everything is in my link tree except for the Upscrolled. It's all in my link tree. If you want to support my work, so is my Cash App, so is my Venmo, so is Ko-Fi and Patreon if you want to become a monthly patron or a monthly Ko-Fi member. Same thing with membership, joining a membership to support the channel on YouTube or on Twitch. And yep, we got a Discord. Thank you for throwing that up, Boney. And I think that's it. And thank you guys, everybody who joined the stream. I love you guys so much. Shout out to Boney. That's what I wanted to say. Shout out to Boney, the best mod. Everybody shout out to Boney. We love Boney. And thank you guys all for joining me today on Coffee Sunday. I'm here every Sunday. I stream twice weekly, Thursday at 2:30 and Sunday at 2:30. Eventually, my hope is to do it more, but it's just not financially feasible for me right now to do so. But as I continue to hopefully grow this channel and get to 100K, that's my goal right now, then hopefully I'll be able to do it more. But in the meantime, please make sure that you're subscribed to the channel. And if you want to help the channel grow in a way that is not, tipping on Super Chat too, and like sending, the thanks button that you can put even if you're watching a video later, that helps a lot too. Thank you so much for the happy poop. But another great way to help the channel grow that isn't monetary is just watching the videos all the way through that I post. Because when the watch time is really down, it hurts the channel. So helping the channel grow is just, watching the videos all the way through. Same with TikTok or it's like any other platform. Watching the videos and engaging with it all the way through, because the majority of how they count and calculate everything, whether that's your monetization or your growth, is through watch time. So anyway, yes, we will. Thank you. I love you all. Free Palestine, abolish ICE, Hakeem Jeffries should not be speaker. Yeah. I love you all, and I'll see you on Thursday. In the meantime, catch my videos that I post daily. Bye, everyone. Wait. Not going to close it yet. I just saw this. I'm creating an activistic hedge fund to help all people like you and great activists in motion. Thanks for your patience. This actually, I don't know if this person is joking, but this unironically needs to happen. There actually does need to be an organization that helps creators and activists that are not total hacks, like, actually sustain themselves. Because there are organizations like that, but they're all hacks. That's kind of like what Chorus is. The difference is that, and there's lots of many things like it. There's many right-wing ones. The difference is they're all hacks. They're all dark, shadowy billionaires that are Israel shills and corporate shills and oppose. And you have to basically do what they say and not do what they, and not say certain things in order to appease their billionaire agenda. Obviously, people like me and others who have integrity and aren't total hacks don't want to be a part of cohorts like that. But there should be a cohort for people that are creators and activists to be able to sustain themselves monetarily and get help in a style of ways that those do, but with like ethical people. Like, there should be that. And I've talked about this with other creators before. Like, if you guys are familiar with your favorite guy, the reason why it's really important is because, again, like anything else, which I don't think I really need to explain, in order to do work like this, you need to be able to live. That's one of the reasons why they Zionists target censoring people, canceling people, getting them fired from their jobs, because they know that if you can't monetarily sustain yourself or live, it's going to be a lot harder for you to do activism work. It's going to be a lot harder for you to be a content creator if you literally make no money. And that's what they did targeting your favorite guy. They wanted to make it so that he couldn't make any money. They would cancel him. They would censor him. That way he can't do anything, because it's kind of hard to do this if you're broke as fuck. Like, you still need to be able, and I'm not saying get paid the way these fucking shills do, fucking $7,000 per post from these Israeli ops. I'm just talking about like basic being able to support yourself and make enough money to live so that you can do this kind of work, so that you can make this kind of content. Because right now the incentive is to be a hack. That's what I need people to understand. That's why there needs to be a cohort of things that actually exist to help creators financially that aren't bought and paid for shills. Because right now the incentive is to be corrupt. The incentive is to be a sellout, because so many of the people that refuse to sell out are constantly trying to survive. We're constantly just trying to survive and fight censorship. We're trying to survive and we're fighting censorship constantly. It makes it very difficult. So, like I said, I don't know if the person in chat that said that was just fucking around or joking or just making a suggestion, but if you're out there and you are a business person with a conscience or a socialist who happens to have money, you need to get on that. You need to start that cohort. You need to start that fund. All right, everybody. I love you all. I love you all. Free Palestine. I'll see you guys on Thursday. Bye, everyone.